here's the subtitle, and I actually want it, I'm going to use that same font. What was that font called? Nunito. So I'm going to go up here. Oh, it's in my recent fonts list. So I'm just going to change the font to Nunito, and I don't like the size. It doesn't suit me. So I want it a little larger for this one. Yeah, 12 is good. I like the color. It's a little grayed out. Oops. Control Z. I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, I like that. And notice, because I did 2 lines of subtitle, this one hasn't changed, but watch. If I go up to subtitle, click on the arrow and update subtitle to match. Now notice that my cursor has to be on the one I want to match. Okay. Update update subtitle to match. It's going to change that other one because it knows that I use subtitle for this second line of text, and it's just updated that. So now I'm just going to go through, and my headings, I'm going to change those so that they're what I want. And first of all, I'm going to go and use that same text. I like that text. I'm going to use that throughout for all my, heading and that kind of stuff. I want it a little bit bigger. Heading, there we go. And I want to change the color. Now, I'm going to be a little bit particular about the color. And I just did a Google search for color wheel, and I found this color wheel where I can just, let me reload the page. It starts out like this, and there's a dot in the middle, and I'm going to move that over to the blue, and I'm checking this square here. That's a little lighter than I want, so now I'm going to drag this down, and I think now that I've got a color, it's a little bit more grayish than that. Let's go more to the center and pull it. I like that. That looks, to me, that looks pretty close to this background blue. And then I'm going to pick, this is going to create a color swatch for me with, I'm going with neighboring colors here. You can go with, complementary colors, what they call a tight complementary or a wide complementary. There's several different harmony types you can choose from. I'm going to go with the stuff that's the same color. Oh, you know what? I really like that. I think so. Now what it does is it creates this text. The whole time I was playing with that, this text was changing, and that's the color code that the web uses to create that color. So I'm just going to copy that, and I'm going to go back to my document, and I'm actually going to select my title, and I'm going to, under the color icon on the toolbar, I'm going to choose custom, and I'm going to paste that text in there and say okay. So it just changed that text. Go up to title and update title to match. Heading 1, I want it the same color, that same blue color. I like that. And I don't have to add it again because it's added a dot down here under the for that color. So boom. Now that is the font, the size, and the color I want. So I'm going to go to heading 1 and I'm going to update heading 1 to match. Now this is my normal text and I'm fine with that text, but I think I want to do it as a gray. And I'm just going to pick the text color icon up here, and I'm just going to go in 1. I'm not going to go in too far because it'll make it too light. Let's try 2. Actually, I like that even better. I like that even better. So that's going to be my normal text color. So I just put my cursor in the normal text, go up to your styles menu, go to normal text, update normal text to match. And now the whole page changed because this is all, I'm pointing at the screen like you guys, well, you can kind of see me, but you can't see me pointing at the screen. It's changed all of my normal text to match. All right, so heading 2, let's see, we did 18 font. I actually want it 18 again, and I want my font. And I'm going to go back to my color wheel, and I want this purple one, which is right down here. Actually, I might do this green for that one. That might be cool. Let's try that. Paste it in here in my custom color. I do like that. That's nice. So let's just update that style to match heading 2. And then heading 3, I like that it's smaller. I'm going to point out something here, is that when you're picking the font size, notice this is at 2.5 or 10.5, but there is no 10.5 to select from. You can put 0.5s in there and you have steps in between. So we're going to leave that 10.5, but I want my purple color. Boom. I'm going to go to the color icon, add a custom color, and notice that I can still play with the colors in here. So if you have a good eye, you don't have to use this website like I am to do that. I'm actually going to post that website to the chat in case you want to check it out. I'll also post this site, the Lorem Ipsum generator site, and that's just, it creates, that's just typesetting text. It's just silly text that you can use to do this kind of work with. So heading 3 is that purple. I like that. I do not like, well, I don't know. I think I'll leave that normal text the same color, the same size, but that is 10.5 as well. So I'm actually going to increase the size of heading 3 to 18 or 12 rather. And I like those colors. So now I'm going to update heading 3, update heading 3. Now I'm very happy with this. So I've got my style the way I want it. Now, if let me just, I need to give this a title. if I close that document and I create a new document and we go to my styles, it's back to where I started from. But if I reopen that unwrapped document template, the styles are actually saved in the document. So every time I use this template, it's going to update the styles to that template. But under the options at the bottom, I can say save as my default styles. And I've done so much work on this today that I just want to do that. And what that does is when I create a new one, a new document, and now that style that I created is my new default style. So that's one of the options at the bottom. Or sometimes the document has a style to it and you want to change that style to your default. You just say use my default styles and it would completely change everything over to your thing. I can also reset styles. So if I did all that work and I didn't like it and I wanted to go back to square one, then I could reset my styles and it would go back to where I started from. So that is styles. I think one more thing I want to cover when before we finish up talking about styles is that there's this more fonts link, and you can go through and you can find all different kinds of fonts that you can add to your Google Docs. And over here on the right, let me put a square around this area, you can see the fonts that I've added to my font list. That's how you can add more fonts to your collection of fonts. Headers and footers. All right, so I am going to, let's get some more text. We're going to go to heading 1. Oh, it remembered that I was indented. More text. And I'm just going to, no. I need to grab, that's fine. Some more text here and paste. Oh, I didn't copy it. Copy, paste. All right. The only reason I did that is I wanted 2 pages worth of stuff. And let's just carriage return. Actually, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna go up 1 line. Here's another formatting trick to Google Docs, is I can insert a page break. So if no matter what, that's where I want the page break, I just insert the page break. All right,